I want to go back to reality TV because I've never been a reality TV consumer, and lately I am.
Oh, yeah.
Another reality TV show that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I just love. And I want to meet the casting director for the show.
Yeah.
And I want to ask them,
Yeah.
how did you become such a genius?
I know what you're
What did you do?
I know what you're going to say.
Because holy crap, Floribama Shore.
Yes.
Floribama Shore is a masterpiece.
It really is.
I cannot believe the way I laugh watching this show.
I know, it's brilliant.
I don't know.
Set the scene.
First of all, those are my friends. If your friends are your friends, Floribama Shore is my friends. I'm going to say
Set the
right
scene.
now.
Set the scene.
The scene is 20, 21, 22-year-olds from the Panhandle, Floribama, bordering the Alabama border, meet in Panama City Beach in a house where they are to live and work in the summer. It's basically the Jersey Shore premise, but Floribama. I cannot tell you how unhinged some of these moments are. And
laugh out loud.
It is truly some of the greatest relief, stress, like dissolver I have seen in a freaking while. And it is one of those shows that is like a wildfire. Every single person I show it to,
they love it.
Ends up writing me like the next week, like, dude, I'm on season 3. I'm like, dude, did you see what happened season 2?
The cast is incredible. But also you can really tell that they actually have genuine care and love for each other.
And it's funny because you forget that you're watching real people. Because it feels like they're characters.
I know. They're pretty
Some
much
of the moments
just
you're
like
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Courtney, episode 1? No.
Oh my God.
How?
She's everywhere. They're just pretty much drunk half the time.
No, that I'm cutting out. No, I don't want you to say. I want people to see. Anyway, yeah.
You know what?
I don't know why I find it so entertaining, but it really is.
It is entertaining. Go watch Floribama Shore. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
And like, speaking of that, like, I remember when you showed one of your best friends, Ariela, Floribama Shore, you were like, oh my God.
Season 1.
That's right. Ariela was a guest on season 1. Gems from Ariela. You guys sat there and you told me that she watched like the entire first season in one go.
It's addicting.
Yo, 3 cheers for binge watching.
Yeah,
Talk about TV.
That's why we had box sets. You know what's one of the first box sets I had, and I technically didn't even buy it. I kind of like inherited it because it was lent to me, but I never. Technically, she never asked for it back either, and I just never gave
stole
it back. No, it was never like that. It was actually Kara.
Also,
Kara, just so you know,
Planet X, shout out, season 1, episode 2.
Planet X, shout out. Kara, if you're wondering where your OC DVDs are, I have them.
Gem, that's one of the first.
The OC.
Okay, when Gemeny started dating, here we go. Here's a little insight, guys. When Gemeny started dating, and we were texting and flirtating. Hey.
Flirtating.
Love it. You were like, all right, let's do a quiz, or like whatever. We were texting. I'm like, all right, bet. And you were like, this show or that show, like this food or this food. Like you were like asking me questions like that. And I remember one of the things you said was like the OC or this, and I was like, what? I was like, neither. I don't know. I've never known any of those because I know that it was a big, like, huge thing, but I never got into that
era.
Like Gossip Girl, the OC. I was not.
XOXO. I wasn't. Or Pretty Little Liars. Yeah,
no.
I never got the Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liars bug.
No, me neither. But you did watch the OC.
I did watch the OC. I loved the OC.
No, I feel
Come on, who doesn't love Adam Brody?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Adam Brody?
I want to see the pussy,
Babe,
not
you
the
love
OC.
His brother. What's his something?
Adrian Brody?
Adam Brody. Adrian Brody's brother is in it.
Fuck Adam Brody. Adrian Brody.
She loves his.
I do.
Yeah, she loves.
I do love him.
Him and his nose.
Yeah. I don't know. When I was straight, I had a little crush.
When I was straight. I loved that.
Yeah, no, I feel like that was a whole era of television, that whole OC, Gossip Girl thing.
Do you want to know something that wasn't my era of television, that was more like my sister, like a couple years younger, but I, later on in life, joined it?
What's that?
Wizards of Waverly Place. My first summer of college, I watched the entire series.
No. Nope.
The entire of it.
Couldn't even tell you what it was on.
Wow.
Or who was in it.
Oh, what about
You like that wizard shit though.
I like any sci-fi anything.
That's no.
Like The 100.
No, but sci-fi. You like the
I
whole...
love sci-fi. I love sci-fi. I love period pieces. Emily and I watch a lot of shows separately because of that. She likes horror. She likes gore, which I also like gore.
What?
Babe, all the shows that I watch that are like sci-fi, Viking killing each other, they're just...
So what's your problem?
I don't like horror. Like, I don't like scare. I don't like jump scare. I don't like surprise. I don't like paranormal shit. I do like paranormal shit to a degree, like, but I don't like scary. Like, I don't like thrillers in that way. I'll take a psychological thriller.
Oh God.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't like horror, but because honestly, I have so many stressors in my life, I tend to gravitate towards like things that just relax me.
That's why it makes me feel better about my life, because I'm not being chased by Ghostface.
But you helped me like ease into American Horror Story because of the artistry in it.
Yeah, it's good.
The cinematography, the styling.
Yeah, or Ratchet. We saw Ratchet too.
Nurse Ratchet was amazing. But Sarah Paulson, hello.
Yeah.
Lesbian icon, love her.
That's the thing. I feel like also we transitioned a lot, like back when we were watching these shows and there were networks that just produced these shows.
Yeah.
There were less of them and everybody was more aware.
Right.
You know, and now
there's a lot, this oversaturation.
The oversaturation of shows, which also it's a plus. Like, look at Squid Games, right? Like,
right.
Which that was in development way before it was ever in talks about being such a big thing on Netflix. And, you know, in Korea, it was already making waves. And, you know, there's so many things that we've been able to have access to. Like, I remember a lot of foreign shows like Chicas del Cable.
So good.
Or, you know, or shows, novelas or things, or Velvet that people have had access to, which is great. But there is a lot of stuff out there. Like,
well, soap operas in general are a whole thing. Like daily soap operas, there's a massive demographic of
there's
consumers.
Still an audience for that.
There's a huge audience for soap operas. Latin soap operas, no, but also American, like Young and the Restless.
Grey's Anatomy is technically a soap opera. That shit's still running. How many things are they going to do to poor Meredith Grey?
Don't they have weekly shows?
Oh, you're saying daily?
Yes, I'm talking about daily shows.
You're right. That's crazy.
Daily soap operas that have a show every day. Well, look at Lily, your freaking cousin.
That's not soap opera.
No, it's a live show, but it still happens every day.
Yeah.
El Gordo y la Flaca?
Yeah, shout out.
That's crazy. Shit. Imagine being in the studio every single day to record a live episode.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of
That's why I mean TV has changed a lot. And now,
you know what's something that I love? Just to circle back to the saturation topic that you're making, or point that you're making, I agree with you completely. Because all of these competitors are now like over creating shows, and you can see the quality dwindling in some. But I will say something that's become more common ever since we've been streaming television more. Yeah. And something that I love personally, because I see them as like more complete works of art. I love multi-season series. But I do feel like there are certain seasons that have like ebbs and flows where you'll be like, oh, they kind of like the storyline falls, or you start to see the same repetition of things. You're okay, how many times are you going to kill this person? Like you. Ya me cansé de you. He kills every fucking girlfriend. How does the storyline develop?
No, then he finds a wife, and then the wife is not enough. Yeah.
After the third or fourth girlfriend, like, you know, how I can't continue to be
also,
engaged.
you want to be emotionally invested in some way.
Right. And it's like, it's enough, you know, like it doesn't, you're beating the head, you're beating like, it's no longer a novel concept. It's no longer as entertaining. So something I love are mini series.
Oh, or limited series.
Sorry, limited series. That's the phrase. Limited series.
Yeah.
Like Queen's Gambit.
Behind her eyes.
Oh,
go watch Behind Her Eyes.
Some of the best.
Amazing.
Frickin' television I've seen.
And I don't want to see any more. That's it. The story is
that's
told.
It's complete. It is a work of art.
Yeah. Oh,
It
let's
is a
watch that
complete
again.
project. It is so good. Behind Her Eyes.
I don't even. Let's just say it involves. I don't even. Just watch it.
Or Little Fires Everywhere.
Oh,
Another
Reese
incredible
Witherspoon.
limited series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington,
there.
who was phenomenal. Scandal was great, but that's another one that I was like, man, after a while. You know what show I watched beginning to end? One of the first shows that I was like, I really loved the whole process of Weeds.
That was like 6 Feet Under. One of those.
I never saw 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
You know what bandwagon I also missed? Breaking Bad.
Oh,
I missed that
that's
one.
what I'm saying. There were like épocas. There were like moments.
That
where,
are
like,
cultural moments.
Yeah, like
in
the
history.
show was defining a large
era.
part of like that moment in time. Like 24. I was really young for that shit, but I remember 24 was like
24?
a
I watched
huge
24.
thing. Yeah, it was like, oh my god.
I watched it.
And yeah.
You know what was huge? If we're talking about a cultural effect, that you and I also.
Oh boy,
I know this is gonna be this is controversial.
Oh boy,
Game of Thrones.
Oh God.
I like it more than you do.
See, like, I am a horror bitch. Like, I will watch horror, scare me again and again and again, blah, 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 blah. To me, that kind of thing, like, it has this darkness. Like, I feel like, you know what's funny? You want to laugh? I'm going to dissect it right now. Even the best horror show or horror movie or whatever can't be that without some kind of heart in it. Like, there has to be some kind of marriage that needs to be saved, or, you know, some kind of father trying to save his daughter. Like, look at Last of Us, or like all this shit. Like, there's always some kind of heart.
Last of Us is
in
great.
a horror movie. Game of Thrones to me is just darkness. Like, it makes me feel icky. It makes me feel dark. I don't find any redeeming qualities. The moment you like someone, they're fucking dead. I'm not with it. It was dark. It's shot dark. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm sorry. It is controversial. I'm so sorry out there. Like, I even think that horror movies just like they have heart. I don't know.
I think that Game of Thrones has a lot of heart. I do. But there is something about it that never got me, and that's weird because it's such a show that I would fall for, considering that I love like anything sci-fi and anything from that era.
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another try.
Yeah, I would love to.
No,
Outlander.
Outlander.
If I ever were with
Sassanach.
if I ever were with a man, it would be Jamie Cullum.
Jamie
Cullum. Wait, no, not Jamie Cullum.
The jazz pianist. Guys, Jamie Cullum is like.
What's his last name? It's with a C too.
Jamie.
Oh my god.
Jamie Cullum is a freaking jazz musician.
Oh no.
Damn, I'll take Jamie Cullum.
Fraser. Jamie Fraser. Whoa, not Jamie Cullum. Sorry, Jamie Cullum. Jamie Fraser.
What do you have against Jamie?
No, nothing against him. No, it's just it wasn't who I was referring to.
I think you mixed Edward Cullen.
Edward Cullen and Jamie Cullum and Jamie Fraser.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a good show. Grace and Frankie. That's another show that you and I watched beginning to end.
Okay.
So good. I loved their dynamic. I love their dynamic.
Yeah, their dynamic's amazing. Okay, speaking of amazing roles, because it looks like they're great friends.
Yeah.
Outside and everything. Because I think you would be a great actress.
I'd love to.
I'd love to see you on freaking TV. I think you'd be great.
That's sweet to me.
You're beautiful.
I think that you'd
you're
be
funny.
amazing too.
You're scary.
I could be scary.
But anyway, like if you could pick a show to act in, what would it be?
My dream role. Like I have many dream roles, but like first thing that always comes to mind when I think about this is like I would love to be like in like Sabrina.
The
I
new
would love
Sabrina?
to be in some like high school, at least at this age, while I can still sort of play off as a high school student, I should
Hurry
say.
up.
Wow. Wow, who needs enemies with friends like these? Wow.
I mean, you're a little long in the tooth for it, Ursh.
I'm not long in the tooth.
Love you.
My teeth are short. Genetically short. No. I reject that.
I hope you guys can hear her over the remote.
I reject that. I
Okay.
reject that.
You could be, I mean, you're,
Well, anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah.
while I can still...
yeah, you could do it for
Olivia
another 10 years.
Newton-John, rest in peace, by the way, played Sandy, a high school
Yeah.
student,
They
at
all
30.
they all looked 30, baby.
Okay, but it doesn't matter.
yeah,
Okay,
it
because the
does.
point is the story sold. Did you think they were in high school? Yes, you did. Listen, while I can still pull it off, Jesus. While I can still play a young girl. While I can still do that, I would love to be like in some kind of high school sci-fi television show, like as a vampire or a witch or a
Sabrina sounds like a great...
or Vampire Diaries.
Wait, what's
or
the
like one of those?
What's the
One
one with
of those.
Elliot Page? Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy would love to be an umbrella, but they're already adults. No, younger.
Right, more age appropriate for
Shut up.
you. I want to be an American Horror Story.
I would love I would also.
And I want to be like
a
the
role
cute,
like that.
innocent thing the whole time. And then at the end, I'm the fucking killer. I kill everybody.
Yeah, yeah. That wouldn't surprise any of us.
By the way, another spoiler alert, because I've been trying to get Jem to watch the first season of American Horror. And to me,
That's the one
there
with the
hasn't-
ghost. It's too scary. I won't do it.
well, the thing,
I've been scared of it since it came out.
but you said you like Mind and
I don't like
everything. I
ghosts.
think
Mm-mm.
let's agree on this. I think a really well-rounded TV show, whether it's comedy, horror, drama, whatever it is, it has to hit on certain elements.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like you mentioned about certain shows, like You or whatnot. If they keep repeating and recycling the plot,
Right.
and there's no character development and there's no story that you're following, of course you're gonna get sick of that shit.
Of course.
Right? And that's what I love about this new kind of format that people are trying to, like Black Mirror or American Horror, where you can continue the same feeling and even some of the same actors, which I think is really cool. But the story completely changes every season, right? Which is super cool because you're watching something about a ghost story, and then the next one they're vampires, and then the next one it's Lady Gaga, and you know what I mean? It can continue to evolve. But I will say that I think that the simplest things are the most effective. That's why things like Friends work. That's
Yeah, but
why
that's a
things like,
different. Those are like
but if you look now, right?
that's a
There-
sitcom. You know, like
but
I'm not,
there's a
yeah, well,
reason-
There's so many genres.
But let's talk for a minute. Name shows, right? Like that era of sitcoms, right? Those sitcoms were running 10 plus years. The Seinfelds, the Will and Graces, the Friends. That was a fucking movement. And, you know, my parents and my family are a little bit older.
well, The Office is more recent, but yeah.
Right.
What
And look
about,
how long it ran. Hold on. So my point is that name a show now, other than like Grey's Anatomy or whatever, that really is having that kind of an impact or a standing.
Oh no, I don't think. For a while there. Hold on. How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mother
Right,
for a
but-
while there.
Yes. And I will say
I
to
loved it,
this
by the way.
day
Watched every
that
episode.
I think they took too many twists and turns. They took too many liberties with
That
the
was the
writing.
whole thing.
The ending was not happy. That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't like the ending. I didn't
Okay.
like the ending.
That's what I'm saying. That Friends.
Okay, you know
Seinfeld.
what's a show that I'm like, how do people follow this forever and ever and ever? Grey's Anatomy.
Well,
That
no,
show is un freaking drama.
It's like a soap opera. That's the thing. Like, how many times are you gonna kill Meredith
Yeah,
Grey? La
but-
pobre. How many times are you gonna kill Meredith Grey? La pobre. In Icicle, she's drowning. She's been in a plane crash. She lost her husband. She lost her sister. She lost her lover. Coño.
Yeah.
At this point, chops her arms and legs off and call it a day.
That's why I go to YouTube and I watch My Chinita in the wood in the forest. Dion, I'm gonna butcher her name. Dion Shi Xiaoga, I want to say. They call her Penji on the show. She lives in like rural mountains of China, I think in the province of Yunnan. And she basically has these incredibly shot videos. This should be considered television. The
Well,
episodes are like 18 episodes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
YouTube is television.
In a way, it is. They're like 18 minutes long, beautifully shot. She goes around her village or like neighboring villages and harvests whatever ingredient she's focusing on that given episode. And then she just prepares it in the most traditional way, cooks multiple dishes out of this, centered around this one ingredient. And It's like incredible. She chops everything with a cleaver and does everything like in these very traditional methods. And at the end of it, she sits with her family and she eats it. And I fucking love it. And
It's amazing.
I were gonna be anybody in her life and her show, but that's real. I'd be the grandpa because he doesn't do shit.
Just sits there and
He
eats
just sits there, smokes, and then he eats
and pets the dog.
and pets the dog.
Dwayne.
Dwang.
Honestly, Jem, and you've been witness to this. YouTube is, to me, considered TV. When I see younger kids, Sasha, even me, I find myself following creators or following certain channels as if it is the new age of television.
Yeah.
And they treat it as such. They have different videos that come up
Weekly
every
shows.
week, and that's how they're able to keep people interested. Look at Mr. Beast. I mean,
Right.
realistically, just being real right now. Even Nikki tutorials, makeup channels that have massive followings that you
Right.
sit there and you're learning and you're engaging and you're getting to know the person and you feel invested.
It's true.
And sometimes even more so, because I think a component of it does involve some kind of a character or acting, but it's them.
Hello.
You know?
Mr. Kane Kerner.
Kane Kerner
Last
from
week.
last week. That's right.
Every single day he goes on live for a few hours. I mean,
It's a show.
that's a show.
Yeah.
That's a show.
And the commitment to the show, and it's a different level of production. And now, thank God, like if you really think about it, we're in outer space right now. But the same computers that sent the first people into space were the ones that were used in the first iPod, right? So if you think about it, Lucille Ball, who actually invented, if you guys don't know this, I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy.
She invented the multicam live TV
Yeah.
system. She's the one that forged that whole thing forward and invented it. And,
What we're doing right now.
exactly, literally multicam with a camera switcher and all that stuff. Right behind our cameras right now in this podcast, like you mentioned, we have a camera switcher, near the size of an iPhone that's able to do and replicate the technology and the theory that Lucille invented back there that could only be done with the backing of a studio, with a producer, with other actors, with a set designer, with whatever. A lot of people that we've had on this podcast, Jenny Lorenzo, they are full-blown production studios on their own because we do have the technology, like the iPhone that sent us to the moon and whatnot, to be able, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be able to, if you really do it right, create amazing quote unquote television shows
Right.
from your house, from your bathroom, from your studio, that's why I think like YouTube is amazing and it's scary. And I don't know what's going to happen because music, same way music videos, I go on YouTube to watch music videos.
Yeah, it's true.
I go on YouTube to watch
Does
music
MTV
videos.
even play music videos
I have
anymore?
no idea. Oof. I have no idea. I don't think so. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you.
It's just been ever since Apple TV and like, you know what? I miss old Netflix. I read an article the other day, like I want to say a week or two ago, that said that Netflix sent out its final DVDs. I didn't even know they were still doing the DVD system.
We were talking about that the other day.
I know. I feel like I predicted it.
Bro,
you know that.
I thought that was gone forever.
That was how I originally started using Netflix. They had the greatest, and probably do somewhere in the warehouses. I would love to get in touch. I wonder what they're going to do with all that shit.
It's
I'm not going to
gone.
keep it forever. No, they still have it.
Hello, Blockbuster. Where's all that shit?
They sell it. They have they sold it. Blockbusters would have sales. What were they going to do with all those DVDs? Netflix has the most impressive catalog of foreign films.
Oh, they did. Not anymore.
And yeah, they don't anymore. Or they
Because now everything is a network and Netflix is a production studio.
Right.
Launching.